What's up, guys? It's Queen's Rek'Sai. I just want to make another video talking about more Rek'Sai changes because we had some more coming up. So we have 4 base AD coming to Rek'Sai again. So she had 3 base AD removed from her about a year ago at this point. And this is really big because it'll buff her first clear and basically all of her damage after. The only thing it won't really buff is her bites, since it's bonus AD and not total AD, and her Unburrow, since it doesn't have an AD scaling on it. But this will really impact her clear. This will be really nice for all you jungle players. It'll be really nice for top lane Rek'Sai as well. Just all around a really nice buff for Rek'Sai. Pretty long time coming for getting more base AD on the champion because she has such a low base AD for her role in general. And I did also want to talk about my last video talking about the true damage. So whenever I saw that initial change, I thought, oh, okay, the R will be more versatile. It'll do roughly the same damage. And then her E will be up more frequently. And you'll have true damage now instead of physical damage. It'll be really nice. So I was right about the E. The E feels great. I love the E right now. It does a little bit more damage, but it's true damage. Can't go wrong with that. Having true damage now instead of physical damage is obviously better. Like, can't really debate it. And having it up more frequently is really nice, especially for your first clear if you're a jungle player. And top lane is a really big buff because of Fury. And I've already messed around with E max into W max into Q max last. And honestly, the build's not bad at all. I would actually recommend it. I'll shout out to Citizen CJ. He's one of the YouTube viewers. He is the person who actually recommended me that, and it's actually been a decent build so far. Not the few times I've tried it. But I was wrong about the R. I don't think the R landed how I wanted or how I really thought it would. The R just doesn't deal that much damage in my opinion. It doesn't really matter where in the combo you use it. I feel like if you're even with your opponent or if you're behind with your opponent, it just feels extremely underwhelming. Now, this may be because, I've been playing Rek'Sai for all this time. Whenever I combo somebody, I'm using it as a finisher instead of an engage. I have used it multiple times as an engage tool, but it just still doesn't feel like it deals much damage. It feels like it does the same amount of damage as like a Jarvan R, but it's not AoE, and it doesn't create a wall. It just doesn't feel that great. You have things like Jarvan R, Nocturne R, Vi R that are on a champion that has utility, and then they have another form of utility on top of their ultimate, and that can deal damage. Rek'Sai doesn't have that. She just has a giant dash, invulnerability, and it does decent amount of damage. I just feel like I thought it would deal the same damage, but it actually feels like it deals less overall. I think the situations where you use it to dodge spells and engage are just kind of too niche for Rek'Sai. And I was just wrong about it because they not only did they reduce the percentage, they switch it over to maximum HP instead of missing HP, but they also reduce the base damage. And I think that's the point that's really noticeable to me. Them reducing the base damage actually makes it like really, really apparent to me that the R just doesn't deal as much as it used to. But overall, I'm not too happy with the R changes. I'm very happy with the E. I'm very happy with the W. You actually maxing W second actually feels good now. Like, you get more points into your W, you get faster, and you get more CC over time. And I just think it feels really great that the champion's able to scale into late game much better now. And I'm glad they're buffing her again. I think they're doing good overall. I just kind of disagree a little bit with the R. I think they need to add more damage back to the R if they want to buff the champion again, which I kind of doubt it right now. It doesn't seem like they want to buff her again. This is going to be a really big buff, but we'll have to see where it lands. But whenever we do see where it lands, if they're like, oh, Rek'Sai's still weak, which again I doubt, I think they need to buff the R. I feel the R is really very underwhelming for the champion right now. But I just want to make a quick video, talk to you guys, and that's about it. I appreciate you guys watching. See ya.